Much better lighting than yesterday. Look at that. Anyway, we'll jump into this. Okay.
I'm actually glowing.
A little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's reflective, your skin. That's how pale you are. Don't look at me. I'm bronze. Anyway, hi there, guys. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jake. This is Charlie here for another reaction. And today, we reacted to Season 2, Episode 7 of Doctor Who. Now, yes, well, here's the thing. This is the best we've ever done in our life. It was only yesterday we watched the previous episode, so this will be fresh on his mind. What happened? Don't you dare say you can't remember. No, fuck you. I knew that was coming a mile away. What happened?
Give me a second. I need to... They fought the Daleks and the... Oh my god, no, the Cybermen.
Oh my! You're embarrassing yourself! Not me. Not even the channel. Yourself. Right.
Cybermen.
Cybermen, right. Okay, and what? And
Jackie got turned into one.
Yeah, okay.
Mickey's now Ricky, stayed in
Oh,
Ricky's
he doesn't have to be Ricky. He doesn't have to be...
No, he's a prick anyway.
Oh, stop that. It's been literally probably about 12 hours. Get over it.
Rose is crying. The Doctor is...
Just being the Doctor, yeah. Just sort of like everyone else is traumatized all around him. He's like, let's go! Another adventure! Sorry,
I wasn't listening to you. I was trying to remember what happened.
You know what? Right, Pete left Rose. Rose sad.
That was
Doctor being in the background, being less traumatic than the others. Mickey's now in the parallel world. What's her face? Jackie is a Cyberman, or at least their head could have exploded for all we know. That's realistically all about it. This was like pulling teeth trying to get you to react to that. Not react to
M died.
I hear him. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, so we're going to jump into the next episode, because, you know, that's what we do here. There's not much else really to say about this episode. I just think we're just going to jump into it and we're just going to have to both have fun, I guess. He's going to hate it. Anyway, guys, so we're going to jump into this reaction. We hope he enjoys this episode. We hope you enjoy this reaction, and if you do, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, get a notification every time I upload. That'll be superb. But other than that, guys, see you on the other side. How are you going? It's right there!
Look, I'm pointing right... Oh, there. No, because look, if I go like that, I'm pointing...
Shut up!
What? I have spoken! I
need a miracle.
I'm already miserable, don't worry. That we're having to sit through this. It got cut off! It got cut off!
Oh, how many times, son? We'll see. But everyone's getting
I thought that was Danny Dyer.
What? You thought that was Danny Dyer?
With a lot of hair and makeup.
We'll get one for the coronation. If you
rock them into soup, and your brain comes pouring out of your ears.
Right, Nan.
That's what television does.
Calm down. She's from a generation where they used to pop pills for fun. That's, in case you didn't know, generally that generation, they thrived off of drugs that were... no, majority of them that was in like that generation, they were popping cocaine and like sort of like amphetamines and pills like that. They were off their fucking rocker all the time. Makes you wish, doesn't it?
I was waiting for you to say something like that.
Bong? I was born in the wrong era.
Gran wasn't even lying.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't. Maybe the old fucking cokehead had something going on.
Oh.
We're not going to see Mickey's name. Sorry, he's no longer here.
Something else quite sad.
What?
TikTok spoiled his last words to me. Well, not all of them.
Right.
I skipped past when I saw it.
Right, okay. Right, okay. Fuck! Okay. What was the context? Did it just go...
It just... I didn't read the caption. It just said Doctor's first and last words, and then it showed him, and then he said, like, oh, I don't want to go. And then that was it. And then I skipped past. I was like, oh shit, that's...
Was it showing all of them?
Yeah.
So you saw Eccleston's
Yeah, but I didn't read the caption.
Okay. Okay, thank you, TikTok. Thank you.
It was right after we did the recording as well.
Oh,
So
it
my
was
phone
it? I
Listen to me.
Nah. Gattis. They forgot Gattis right this early on. Makes sense now.
I thought that was the doctor's legs.
I would pay good money for that.
You are kidding, are you? You're on my way, doll.
Is there any other way to go, Daddy-O? Straight from the fridge, man.
Hey, you speak the lingo.
What?
Mickey just left them.
I know, they don't care.
And
I say that, it could have been a while since, you don't know. It's time.
I'd never get over that.
One of the shows with loads of complaint. I mean, this looks very New York to me. London,
Doesn't
New
look
York, man.
very 50s like though.
What do you think the 50s look like?
Is it actually the 50s? They don't look very 50s now.
I think it is in and around that because I think it is, but it isn't around that. Yeah, it's somewhere around that time. Maybe a wee bit.
You're just waffling, aren't you?
No, because I know what the... Here's the thing. I know what the episode's about. And I know a story from Da as well. And that made me think that it might be... I think it's just a wee bit after that. But...
After the 50s?
Yeah.
Oh.
Smashing.
Star wasn't born in the 50s.
I say stop it. Was this 1953?
You're right, yeah.
Last time
See,
I looked.
the reason why I was getting mixed up because I thought it was... Because I remember Da telling the story that when he was younger, his... like on his street in Dublin, and in the street, so his dad was one of the first people on the street to get a coloured television.
Oh,
So that's
yeah,
what I was
yeah,
thinking. I couldn't remember
yeah.
if this bit was that more to do with colour television, or was the fact it was more to do with the fact that you could get just moving pictures more in your home rather than it being just radio. It's weird actually. We're watching this. I say weird. No. It's in not this weekend. Weekend after is when the King's coronation is. What?
Put this in the video. No,
We'll see.
I was just thinking, right?
Thank Christ I cut that out.
Time for a lovely, a happier, brighter future.
Oh,
That's not very happy.
yeah. Quickly, they got away! Let's get them in a moped! God, this high speed chase is thrilling.
Lost them. How did they get away from us?
You're laughing at.
Firstly, how unoriginal the Operation America Soul. They could have been Operation Dark Tango November. So, I don't know. They've just gone, Operation Market Stall. And they've just thrown two fuckers in front of where America Stall. It's just so... And the doctor's just like... What happened? It's just so silly. Do you not think it's silly? If I went down a dead end and I see a big fucking like
Oh
door...
yeah, no, the doctor, yeah, silly, but Operation Market Stall is a market stall.
I know.
Them to call it Operation.
Dark Purple November, I don't know.
Why complicate things?
Because it just
See,
doesn't...
you wouldn't be very good at
No, but we know
villain
it is.
slay.
Every person that would be saying it would be in leather jackets with sunglasses on, being cool as fuck. Operation Dark November Purple. I've changed it about 4 times now.
Yeah.
Either way, Operation Dark November Pink is fucking gonna be great.
Didn't turn back and arrest you.
I'm sorry, but I've got to come in.
What do you think you're doing?
I've got to try and help her.
Eddie, what if she's dying?
I am talking!
This guy's got a fucking power trip.
A little bit of hush.
That's the perfect man right there. Control over his house and family.
Yeah, exactly that. There's nothing a problem with that, is it?
No.
Found a man, nice house, decent one. Why is that your wife's job? It's housework, isn't it?
Do we not shake our head to that? Joke's over.
There is the queen. Are you suggesting the queen does the housework?
She should.
I mean, okay, now I'm torn on the subject because, you know, no one should have servants.
Right, yes, sir.
Is the uni Union Jack only when it's flown at sea.
Oh, I'm sorry. I do apologize.
I mean, she's dicking on him as well. I'm like it. Everyone's taking their turn.
To it.
Right. If you even dare bring down Rose because of that, when that guy's an absolute wank, we're gonna have.
He's
We're gonna.
not a wank. He's probably the best character. I've
You know
seen
what?
in
You know what?
Doctor Who.
You know what? I'm glad Mickey's gone.
Brian, nice and comfy.
Yeah, me too. If they replace him with him,
Mum went out with a sailor.
he will put Rose in her
Anyway, I'm the
place.
Doctor and Mrs. Rose, and the gentleman does.
Tell us what's wrong and we can help.
This don't. I'm telling you right now, if I have to fucking throw it at this recording because you're pushing some weird, jokey, gender fucking patriarch shit.
What's he done wrong? What was it? Look at him. Look, he's
Queen and country's one thing, but what goes on under my roof is my business.
yeah.
People are being
I
bundled into
am talking.
and I'm not listening.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Fucking eat him alive.
Into a deep dark pit of trouble if you don't let me help.
She won't stop.
Oh, you little bitch! Gave him real quick there, didn't you?
She never stops.
I started hearing stories.
He actually kind of looks like you.
People who've changed. Families keeping it. Pain.
That's actually so rude. I didn't really take into account how bad he was.
Tommy.
At least he can run a house.
That's how I wish you looked. I bided my time. That's what I do.
I mean, I'd rather look like that than him.
Electrical impulse there. Complete neural. One.
Did he knock him
Oh,
out with a
fucking hell!
slap?
Look, he's punched him, knocked your woman, and the dad's letting it all happen. Your Lord and Savior, right here. He almost fucking headbutted her as well.
He left her.
I mean, realistically, that should be the priority, not Rose.
Only an idiot hangs the Union flag upside down. Shame on you.
What?
Do you know
How can
what?
you hang that upside down?
Yeah, it's a thing.
I know what you're saying. You know what?
Oh yeah. So I was saying, you know what? I think what Rose might end up actually not pissing me off this episode. So far, the guys have taken over my hatred for. She's doing all right here.
Just wait.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good. Motherfucker.
See, they needed music like this in the Cybermen episode.
I was thinking that a little bit, didn't they?
Not this.
Not this bit, but that sort of creepy
Yeah.
music, yeah.
Hungry? Hungry? What's that?
It's just a television.
His thing, it's like she's only just now starting to realise how dangerous it is, but truthfully, in this sort of day and age, a lot of these people still had guns.
Yeah, that's
So that's
what I
right.
was thinking.
So-
yeah.
Going in willy-nilly, I know it's all supposed to be fun and like sort of games and it's like, ooh, space and time travel, but a lot of these fuckers just literally just pull out a gat. Well, no, not an actual gat, you know, more than likely it's like a revolver or some shit like that. But you know what I mean, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just even that's why I think that little moment there was like a, oh shit, actually yeah, the door's locked. I'm now stuck in a room with a man who might overpower me in some way. I did just thought.
Gonna come clean me?
Well, she is Rose
What's
Tyler,
really enough for
Jake.
you?
For me,
She,
perhaps some peace
yeah.
from her.
I'm hungry.
Hey, help me!
Good night, children. Everywhere.
Slightly creepy, that. Not the face full of it, but the actual footage of her is creepy.
Starters, I know you can't wrap your hand around your elbow and make your fingers meet. Don't get clever with me. You were there today at Floresville Street and now breaking into this establishment. Are you
Well, hold on, what actually is it?
Wrap your arm around your elbows and make your fingers meet.
How? Hold on.
I did it.
I'm confused. What am I doing wrong? Hold on.
Wrap your arm
You like
around
that?
your elbow and make your fingers meet.
Oh, right. You mean like, right like that? Do you know what it is? I've got really fucking thick biceps. I actually... Look at that. I can't... Look, I'm punching my face more than anything. It's honestly impossible. You know I can't touch my toes.
Neither.
Can you do... Oh, cool. We're just both athletic people sitting here.
Make no mistake. I don't even know where to start. We haven't a
He literally asked 2 questions. Now he's fucking... He's just bleeding his soul out to him.
change. Everything you know.
That was so basic, sort of directing. You start high, he's low. Now you end up high and he's low. It's all about power of movement. Did you not notice that? Oh, wow.
We started
What do you mean? Like he went.
So
like
he was
that?
standing up. He was standing up.
Yeah.
Doctor sitting down. Then they went equal, and then the doctor went up, and then so he was the man in position of power.
Yeah, and the mise en scène in this scene.
Oh,
is
shut
actually,
your fucking mouth. And he's on scene anyway. Dickhead.
Well, actually,
Just watch the fucking show, alright?
Granny's. I found her in the street.
They got Rose! Do you feel...
that's not funny.
Could you stop trying to do your Thierry Henry smile?
They did what?
With the Red Bulls. The big one.
And as a result, that makes things simple. Very, very simple. Do you know why? No?
Because now, Detective Inspector Bishop, there is no power on this earth that can stop me.
What are you laughing at? What are you laughing?
Like,
What are you laughing at there?
it's just like cringe. It's like when the weird kid in school goes like, "Oh, you're gonna feel my wrath."
Do you know what? That's actually quite true. Because it is. He's built himself up for no other reason. Just be like, how dare they fucking do that? I'm gonna fucking rain fire upon thee. It's. Yeah. Oh, it's alright. Look at him. His smouldering look.
Day dawns.
Rita, so you'll behave yourself and smile.
Here we go, everyone. Here we go. Rubs up. Tuck in, everyone. Tuck in.
What?
Got a fist here. If you try and make him out to be the fucking...
I'm making out to be he's the villain.
No, if you try to make him out to be he's the victim.
No, I was like saying no. That's poor from him.
The picture's so clear.
You didn't need to get your hair done special, love. The Queen won't be able to see you.
Then she can't go missing it.
Auntie Betty can go and see Gran later.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Grand this one. Proper little mummy's boy all round.
Oh, you know what they say about them. Eddie, you want to beat that out of him.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Don't you stop it!
See,
You're not
I know-
antagonising the audience.
See, I know you can't even say I'm being sexist because she's a woman.
Yeah, but no, she's being homophobic.
Tommy,
What?
talk to me.
Did I miss something?
How did you not get that? She literally
What?
said, they literally said, oh, proper mummy's boy, and they say, you know what they say about that? You need to beat that out of him. Mummy's boy makes them, that's what's he meaning. Like he's going to turn out to be, you know, into people of the same sex.
And I just look like a prick.
Hey, oh, you look like a prick this entire episode!
Listen, you little twerp. You're
It's all
right.
twerp
I don't expect
to
you
your
to understand,
son.
but I. How dare you! Mouthy little scum.
You were fighting so that little twerps like me could do what we want, say what we want.
Yes, lad!
Become just like them. You've been informing
What?
on everyone, haven't you? Even Gran. All to protect your precious reputation.
Well, I don't think it was just for little twerps to say what they want.
It's the future. It's the future. So fascism that's basically what he's saying. Fascism is that they fought against it because it was dictatorship is what one person in control leading everyone, whereas they're fighting for the freedom of being able to do what you want, say what you want.
Isn't this about World War II now?
Yes, and that's what.
Oh, well, then I'm pretty sure it was to stop Hitler from killing all the Jews. And
Do you think that's where Hitler stopped? Hitler wanted world domination.
yeah,
The Aryan race.
Sorry,
Shh. The microphone's right there.
shut up.
Oh, I felt like that there. But before when you did the phone call, what were you gonna say?
I was actually in the middle of speaking and he interrupted me. I was about to say we're gonna take over the whole world, but you know.
And what?
Look, you've done it again.
No, that's fine. So what's your point? What's your point? So what did
It
Hitler?
wasn't for little pussies like him who can't run a household.
Do you know what? I know what word you really wanted to use, and it wasn't pussies.
Is that true?
Gay.
I did it for us, Rita.
It was insinuated. You didn't have to say it. You're honestly, what is with you this fucking episode? This guy's been an absolute prick, and you're literally here going like, gays, he's a prick, and pay attention.
You're the one who started this, not started this, but you brought up the whole gay thing.
No, it was in the fucking dialogue.
Hang on, she is filthy, a filthy, disgusting thing.
She's my mother.
Alright, that was a bit too far.
Yeah.
I had
Also, just a very
Actually,
amateur
no,
dramatic.
he had to.
Filthy, disgusting. Everyone's very wobbly face in this.
Us. Get away from this house.
Just,
Poison.
Go with the stranger, sir.
yeah.
A ruddy monster under.
Oh, he's been locked out, and now his son's leaving him. That's horrible.
Just realised there's a dog.
What's all that bit? That one all right?
Then why is she in his house? Why she locked him out of his house? Do you know what? That's actually terrible. That is despicable.
It's gonna be an absolute minefield editing around this one with your fucking ridiculous reviews.
It is his house, though. No.
Is it not? Is it not part ownership? Okay. Say it. Go to Mars. Say this is Dar's house.
That's different.
How?
Because this is
How?
Listen,
How?
John.
How? What?
Josh.
one little street. How come? Bloke up the road, Mr. Magpie, he's selling them cheap.
Is he now?
What? What?
You can't do that.
The aerials look so dodgy.
If you're here, come on, talk to me.
Go look, rewind and look at them.
Oh, this reaction's extra long.
Straight away, of course. She did all these aerials in one little street.
Do you mean they look like store stickers?
They do. The other ones looked way more like them. That's what they were fighting against.
That's actually might be a good spot. Maybe that is a symbolism for fascism.
I think it might be as well.
Yeah, maybe. Well,
Well done, me.
well done, you. It's the first good thing you've said. all
Road, Mr. Magpie, he's selling them cheap.
Is he now?
You laughed at
Just
that thing.
looks so funny. This didn't help me.
Right.
Doctor!
Oh my God, it's her, that woman off the telly.
And I will gobble you up, pretty boy.
Ooh.
Every last.
Threaten him with a good time.
When I
You're filthy.
Oh well, you know what? That was a great transition.
corporeal body.
I missed it because you're.
You know what?
pedophilia.
Good Lord, colour television.
So your own people tried to stop you.
They execute.
Doctor, the coronation.
On the television set.
Now, why doesn't he just destroy this?
Because it's probably calm down, woman. It's insatiable hunger. I'd imagine it's because she's already made it clear that. Well, imagine that you think there's one way to life, and then suddenly there's this person taking someone's faces, and if they say to you, "There's no way it's like beating me," you're gonna be like, "Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am." Anything. So I'd be that he thinks that there's no way of killing her.
Nah, I'd be that guy.
What guy?
I'd save the
What
world.
guy? You'd save the world.
That guy.
What would you do? Would you literally just throw it on the floor? That. What would you do?
Throw it on the floor. I wasn't a joke.
Why was he the only one that got
Yeah.
taken? Weak.
This place. Tommy! What are you going to do?
He just screamed Tommy in his face. If anyone's watching, they're thinking they've just robbed some place.
Also, she's like, feed me, feed me.
Oh, I'm very sorry, sir.
Then,
Shouldn't you be at the coronation?
oh my mind.
It's telling me no, but my body is telling me yeah.
What was I in the middle of saying?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, she's saying she's hungry.
Yeah.
So that means she needs it to survive, so just don't feed her.
Yeah. But he's a little bitch. We've established that.
Yeah, but that's why I was saying that I'd be that guy.
Oh, you just yeah. See, okay. Yeah.
I was just
You're not that guy, pal.
I
You're not
was
that
making- I
guy.
was
You're not that
making
guy.
it apparent.
Oh, he's a good boy.
She really sounded annoying. Not the dog. The dog.
Oh yeah, they're taking the. Oh my god! I just realized. I can't. Okay. I honestly, I think I kind of want to see what it will look like with the dog's face gone. Just for a moment, I wanted to go back, obviously. Oh, that's I forgot about that. Sorry. She remember she was like literally in his memories. She's actually got a weird control over him. And there he goes. Converses.
So we got it. He drops her and it breaks, and she's and she's dead. Do you know what? His dad probably taught him that.
Maybe.
So technically, Mr. Connolly has just saved the world.
Well, maybe technically.
I just realised his name's Connolly.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good faithful boy?
So I understand, was she just like
she was absorbing, yeah. So she was absorbing everyone, and also then that she could actually be.
But what actually is she?
I think we were talking during it when you were talking about some of your stupid fucking shit.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm gonna go back to it.
No, it's alright.
I'll go back to it.
No, it's alright.
I'll go back to it.
No, it's alright.
I'll go back to it.
No, it's alright.
Lord, colour
What does
television.
corporeal
So your own people trying to
body
stop
mean?
you.
So the physical form. So
Well, so she had a physical.
So she had a
form
physical
being
form.
A blob of electricity.
and they escaped in this form was able to then travel across the stairs. That was it. Kind of winds me up that they make the Doctor out to be a royalist, or not a royalist, but appreciates the royal. Yeah, appreciate the royals because when he's all about everyone should be equal and no one's better than each other, and he's against subjugation and all that. It's weird. Then he's all like, "Oh, God save the Queen! Is this Queen Victoria?" And it's like, you're such a melt sometimes.
I think you just have your biases.
I really do. Really do.
That face bumped the scale a bit.
she wasn't much in this episode. We can't be too
We'll
annoyed at her.
see. We'll see.
This was never your house. It's in my mother's name. And on her behalf, I'm telling you. Out.
Oh, don't kick him out. Just work it out, guys. Like, don't give up so easily. Especially on the
Shut your
coronation.
fucking hole.
The day of coronation, you can't be doing that. You need to come together as a community and
Are you still talking?
and love one another. That cake looked nicely there.
I think that's actually where they coined Queen, the Victoria Sponge. I think that's actually where they coined it from.
Or are you just saying that because it's in Doctor Who?
No, I think that.
This is history right here. You can have a scooter, little present. Best keep it in the garage for a few years, though, eh?
Good riddance.
Ah, he made you.
Right, okay. Firstly, I just want to point out, the doctor was like, maybe don't ride that around. Maybe a few years that scooter's a bit too early. He was riding around like everything was grand.
What do you mean?
Or maybe he means it by his age.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. I was there thinking like, that makes sense. Also, I mean, he is why are you still defending him?
It's his father. Good riddance.
Go on.
She tell him to go to his dad's. What an idiot. He's just a dickhead, isn't he? Why would you do that?
Also put it out, if I just got kicked out of my gaff and I got one case full of shit, I'd be fuming. I'd expect a couple of cases.
Holy shit, look at the size of her ring. I only just know it's that now. That's what the episode has come to.
So that's what came to the episode. It was like, that's the main takeaway, is that. And that, guys, was our reaction to Season 2, Episode 7 of Doctor Who, The Idiot's Lantern. So, what do you think?
I didn't mind it. I didn't think it was bad. It just longed out a bit because you wouldn't shut up. And then, what's that face? Well, anyway, yeah, it wasn't bad. I kind of liked it. There wasn't that much going on. It wasn't as exciting as the others, but it's not like shit.
I understand that not everything can reach certain heights, and I do get that. But that one, okay, let's put it this way: when it comes to rewatches, when I rewatch them, when obviously like rewatch, I have to watch this. Where I'm going to do rewatches where it's like I'm allowing myself to skip some episodes. That's getting skipped. That's getting skipped to fuck.
Yeah, I'd skip it.
Yeah. Now listen. There's a lot of things about this episode to unpack. I'm not big in, as we know, I'm not big in the whole royalist thing. But again, I can still watch this. I even watched The Crown for a bit. I was just like, all right, okay, so like, it doesn't bother me, but it's just shoddy fucking writing. I just don't like. Now, Mark Gatiss, however you pronounce it. Now he pops up. Who wrote this? He'll pop up at points during this, and for me, he is not consistent with his writing, and I feel like he very much delves into the sort of Great British sort of, oh, this is all of Great Britain, oh, fantastic people, oh, there's nothing wrong with this, are we as a country and as a fucking nation, oh, and it's just sort of like, and here's the thing, is that it's probably an accurate depiction of that time, but I don't know, I get everyone likes to do the Jubilee. We're seeing the fucking we had it when she had her one, and then how the coronation's called. We have all that shit. I get that, but it's just, I don't know. I think that and the writing, I think the sort of thing with the face. At first, I found it funny, but then that bit with the scene when they're in the cage, and you said they had the music, and you were like, this is quite, a little bit, freaky, and it was. But then they made it not freaky.
Yeah, like seconds after.
Yeah, and it was, and I mean, it was just sort of like, and there's certain things where I think that you can have elements of certain things, but I feel like that they could have done so much more with it without it being sort of like, they could have made it more of a sort of detective noir situation where people are losing their faces and they can make it a bit more gritty. Yeah. Instead, it was about being more prim and proper and British and fly the flag and for a queen and monarch, and it's to me, it's just like they had more potential there. But yeah, I just think, I don't know, maybe it's the monarchy. I think I don't like the writing much. Eddie, I fucking hated his character. He was everything I didn't like as a person, and but then also I just think the Doctor's a bit cringe in it. Here's the thing: Rose was the least annoying / cringy character. Would you not agree?
No.
Who? You're not defending him. You're not defending him. I'm not having it on here. The guy literally was against everything. Gran, poor Gran, eh? Poor Gran. She's up there. I wish we actually got like a full 30 seconds of her just smacking her head against the wall. You when you hear the...
Oh yeah.
That's just-
I thought that was just her tapping on the floor.
I assumed it was just her going... 'Cause that's what I thought. Maybe it could be just her doing that to be like, yeah, maybe, who knows?
I
But
don't know.
yeah. Okay, so let's talk about let's all right, let's get Eddie out of the way. Now, can you just, if people are still here and they haven't turned off, because it's a minefield to fucking edit, can you stop defending Eddie and just admit that he's a prick? Please. Save our audience.
I think he's a prick.
Thank you. Alright, you got that
In
out.
our time, he's doing the right thing in his day. Well done to him.
Doesn't really excuse it, does it?
Listen, you little snowflake. Get over it.
Oh. You have no idea what Doctor Who goes in this. If you're going to pull that shit out, you better be ready for some really left-wing shit on this show. You better be ready. Better. Anyway.
I mean, like boys kissing and stuff.
Yeah, boys kissing, yeah. The boys just... right. What did you think of Tommy?
The son.
Yeah. Don't you dare say he's a little shit or anything like that. You'd be very plump. This is very much... This is remnant of the school reunion episode where you just wouldn't stop talking about diddlers.
Yeah, you're gonna
I feel
get
now.
hate comments.
I feel like you're just defending too much of
No.
a wank, but I feel like this is a bit. This post is a bit of a lost cause. I'm not gonna lie. You rattled me throughout this whole episode with how like sort of not cool you were being.
Anyway, Tommy, he was just all right as well. He helped save the world in the end. You know, he proved he wasn't a little twerp.
Yeah, it's true. That again, that was a bit that twerp comment. That did make me laugh. I remember watching. I was like, "What you call him a twerp?" And then he was like, "She's filthy. She's filthy. Everyone's filthy." It's just like, it's just. But it is. It's that sort of like keep calm and be British sort of thing, isn't it? It's sort of like, I'll rat on everyone else, but no one else can know our business. Everything like my name matters. It's that very much that archaic way of thinking of the father. But the son, yeah, he saved the day. Again, he didn't seem too much like a soft lad. He was sort of like, he was just there, sort of like, all he really wanted was like, he threatened, he was like, you're not going to college. So realistically, he just wanted an education. And he was there going like, they're going, he's soft. He's a mummy's boy. But again, it's that generation. It is that generation. So, but I still, it doesn't mean I have to like him. The only redeemable person on that couch was the mum, was Rita, Tommy, and the dog.
All the mum did was cry.
Then she kicked him out. And then she kicked him out. She's finally she's finally
slayed.
standing up to herself. She slayed. Do you know there's a scene in South Park, and it just reminded me, if you haven't come across that bit, there's a bit where Cartman is literally so he has a girlfriend, and he then realizes she's really pissing him off. Really, because all she wants to do is just like, he's hanging out with the guys. And he's hanging with the guys, and she comes up and he's like, oh, my babe. And he's like, okay. And he's at the point that he's like, sort of then, he basically goes up to her. Like, he's been horrible to her. And he's convinced himself that he's the victim. And he's like, I'm finally leaving you. I'm not letting you treat me like this. It's so funny. I fucking love it. Anyway, that's there. But obviously, in her one, she is the victim. And she stood up to him finally. But yeah, Rose O'Meter. Rose had no face on this meter for this episode for the majority of it, but I think that's I was about to say that's a low 2. She did, and when you know what, I'm giving her a 1 because when she did step up, she made your man look like a prick, and
3. Not just because of that.
Why?
Some other thing.
What was the other thing?
Just cringe.
Oh, you know what? You have your 3. I'm putting her down to a 1. So she didn't have a face. Can't really talk very much. Did you not think the Doctor was a bit... Well, but not a bit cringy. He did have his moments again where he was a bit sort of like, yeah, you're a solid dude. But then that bit where he was like, well, that's decided everything, hasn't it? Because now nothing on this earth is going to stop me!
Yeah, I pointed this right away.
Yeah.
That was really cringe.
Really good, yeah. And I think he was a little... I think he was a little bit slow in this episode. What are you laughing at? He's still...
Do you know who it reminds me of? That clip, and he's like... I'm getting really sick of you.
Yeah, I know that clip. Yeah, so the Doctor, there's a magpie. He's just a bit of a little weasel bastard. I like it sometimes when they're just sort of like, with these sort of characters, it's like, do we get the Doctor to sort of stop? And they're like, well, they're doing it because they're being forced, but they're also the bad person. How do we get around this? It's sort of like, let's just get the villain to turn on them. How should it evaporate them? Like, well, dematerialize them and then turn them. That's what I'm going to guess what they do. But again, it was just like I get why he did it. And he was just there, and she again, we forgot during it that he was the reason why was because she was in his head. She was like affecting his thoughts and feelings. She wouldn't leave him alone. Okay. Am I sad he's gone? No. Do I wish that he was dead? No. He just did job, and then he got killed.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about The Wire as a villain.
Actually thinking about it, that was a really shit villain. I forgot that was the villain.
Mm-hmm. Now that's bad enough that you forgot that was the villain. Now here's my thing. Feed me. It's honestly the worst thing in the world. Gatiss, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? It's
just more laughable.
It is laughable, and if it was supposed to be sort of like this is meant to be the sort of like camp, and the show can be very camp. That was not camp. That was, and Gatiss has wrote some creepy stuff. I've seen it. I've seen some of the stuff he writes. Like he can write some creepy stuff. Have you watched Sherlock yet? With Benedict Cumberbatch. No. The guy who wrote Madame de Pompadour episode, The Girl in the Fireplace, and Are You My Mummy? And Gatiss, who wrote this, they write that. They co-wrote that together and it's Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman. Watch it. See what you think. I personally fucking love it. But yeah, no, it was appalling. Like, this is how bad it was. That I remember rewatching it all at uni, and I was watching it with my flatmates, and literally it became a thing that literally we would be in each other's room without even sort of saying anything. And like we wouldn't bring it up months, like a month would go in between someone would do it, and we just had through the long corridor. We're just here in someone's room, feed me, and we just start shouting it to each other. It was ridiculous.
That's cool.
I don't get this. Okay, so season two has some episodes, and where it's like for me, it's skippable, and I'm like watching it, like that was one of them. So you threw one. Now, and
you're gonna force me to watch more.
You got to wave through the shit to get the few gems, to be honest. So there's going to be more, but we have to watch them. You have to experience the pain, I feel. Like, how you watch it, like how you're upset with the ending to Madame de Pompadour, the Girl in the Fireplace, and Age of Steel with Mickey going, and you're like, this is me. When I'm watching, I'm like, I'm just emotionally drained by how shit that is. And, again, there's people that believe, like, that's my favourite episode. And everyone has their own opinion. And then people, listen, trust me, there's an episode coming where I went onto IMDb, and it's the lowest rated episode of Doctor Who of all time. And I went onto it, and someone was like, 10 out of 10. It's my favourite episode. And I one of those things where you see people like they're so shocked they drop their phone. So that's coming. But again, before you get there, you go through some good episodes. So either way. So, would you put this as your least favourite out of all the episodes?
No.
What was worse? So you go from the Christmas episode.
Oh, this season. This
season, yeah. Because obviously we had the Slovene and stuff like that in season 1, but we haven't got the reaction stuff. So this season you've got Christmas episode, New York, Tooth and Claw, Girl in the Fireplace, Rise of the Cybermen, Age of Steel, then this.
Oh, yeah, no, it has to be last.
Has to be. Thank you. Come on, we've argued a lot through this episode. I didn't want that to be the argument to end this on.
Yeah, it could have been better than New Earth.
Could have been.
Eddie got more screen time, but
Okay, guys, we're going to leave it there. If you like the video, of which you probably shouldn't, please dislike the video. No, if you like the video, please like the video. Comment down below. Let us know what you thought of this episode. Is there anyone out there that likes Eddie? What do you think? Yeah, what do you think?
oh shit! Didn't
even give him coming in camera, you fucking amateur. Yeah, if like, do you think it's cringe? just comment down below. Let us know what you think. If you like these types of video, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Get a notification every time I upload. There's a bunch of other videos around here to do with me and him. Obviously, watching the other episodes of Doctor Who. There's reactions I do with my mate Josh, who hasn't watched any of the Marvel Cinematic Universe films. So those are on there. And I just do normal reactions with myself, doing like, you know, watching shit. So if any of that sounds good, have a look around, see what takes your fancy. But other than that, guys,
I'll see you on the other side. That's what you say. Is that what you say?
get out!